Hi, I'm Rebecca from engVid, and welcome to this grammar challenge on your favorite topic, which is prepositions. I know. Okay, so today we're going to review 3 prepositions, which I know you love, at, on, and in, as related to time and place. Okay, now I do have separate lessons on each of these topics. You know that I had one lesson which shows me doing this, which is a triangle or pyramid, which I will explain to you later in case you haven't seen that. But if you make mistakes in this lesson, or you're even unsure, even if you're right, but you really weren't sure, then please watch those complete lessons on prepositions of time and place, specifically at, on, and in. Okay, I'll give you links to those 2 lessons as well. All right, are you ready? Let's begin. So what do we use? Which preposition? I put all the time here and I put places on that side just to make it a little bit easier for you, I hope. Okay, so what do we say? Blank 12:30. What do we say? At 12:30. Okay, now if you like, you can pause the video and write the answers. If you need a little more time to think, do that. Otherwise, let's continue. Number 2, blank July. We say in July. Okay, maybe after I say it, it'd be a good idea for you to say it as well. Say the correct answer, okay? It helps your brain to remember which preposition to use. Okay, next, number 3, blank my birthday. We say on my birthday. Okay, I hope you got that one. Number 4, blank 2028, the year 2028. We say in 2028. Number 5, blank Monday. We say on Monday. The last one, blank midnight, which should be at midnight. Okay? Now, hopefully this was not just guesswork for you. Eventually, when you're really fluent in the language, the right prepositions will come. They will come, I promise you. In the meantime, it helps to understand that we're not just randomly choosing them, but there is a little bit of logic behind it, which I'm going to explain to you as soon as we finish the other ones on the other side, which also have their own logic. So please choose now at, on, and in as related to places. Number 7, blank Japan. We say in Japan. Blank 125 Park Street. We say at 125 Park Street. Number 9, blank the 15th floor. It should be on the 15th floor. Good. Number 10, blank the cafe. This is at the cafe. Very good. Number 11, blank Europe. That one is in Europe. And number 12, blank Atlantic Avenue. That is on Atlantic Avenue. Okay, so I hope you got them all right. Okay, I really hope that you've got it. But if you were unsure even, if you got it right but you're a little unsure, Let's be really sure because these prepositions show up so often. We need to use them every day. All right. So let's look at the logic. Now, as I said, I've explained this in much more detail in the detailed lessons, specific lessons, but let me give you an overview of what's going on here. So what matters here is that whether we're talking about time or whether we're talking about place, what's very specific, we use at. We use at for a very specific point in time or a very specific place. At 5 o'clock. At a specific place, such as at the restaurant, at the coffee shop, at the hotel. Okay? At 5 o'clock, at 3:30. A very specific time or place is at. We use the preposition at. Let's look at time now with on. We use on for something which is a little bit wider than a specific point in time. We use on for a day or a date. So on Monday, on January 15th, and so on. One day or one date. Let's go further this way. Then we use in. In is the widest. So anything more than one day or one date, we say in. For example, in July, in the year 2000, in the summer, in the winter, in the 1960s, anything more than one day, usually we will be saying in. One day or one date, on. Specific time, at. At, on, and in. Okay? Think of the pyramid. It'll help you. Next, let's apply the same principle to places. So at, as I said, at the restaurant, at the airport, at the hotel, okay? At the office, it's a specific place. Then we get a little bit wider. It's kind of horizontal places almost. So for example, we say on the street, okay? On that street, on Bloor Street, or on the 15th floor. Okay, you see the horizontal nature of that, that preposition, on. Okay, now remember, if you have an actual number, like here, the full address at 125 Park Street, but on Atlantic Avenue. So if you tell me the specific address, then we say I live at 125 Park Street. But you would say I live on Atlantic Avenue. Okay, great. Next, we come to anything more or bigger than a street or an avenue or a road or a boulevard or a floor or a river. Okay, and that is in. So in we use to refer to a city, a country, a continent. Okay, so you see that here in Japan, in Europe, and so on. All right. So again, the same principle of that. If it's specific, then we say at. If it's a little bit wider, we say on. And if it's bigger than that, like a city, a town, a country, a continent, then we usually say in. Let's practice that one more time. Number 1. She was born blank, New York, blank, January 24th. Which preposition do we use? At, on, or in? Now, yes, we can have sentences in which we have more than one preposition because we're talking about time and place in the same sentence. That happens too. So, apply what you know. What do you think the answers are? She was born in New York on January 24th. Okay? Good. Number 2. He works blank a restaurant. He works at a restaurant. Okay? Now, some people may say he works in a restaurant, but we could also say more specifically, he works at a restaurant. Okay? Number 3. My office is blank the 14th floor. My office is on the 14th floor. Number 4. She arrived blank Heathrow Airport blank Tuesday. She arrived at Heathrow Airport on Tuesday. Okay, good. They visited Mexico blank December. They visited Mexico in December. Good. And number 6, we live blank 15 Main Street blank Los Angeles. We live at, because it's specific, at 15 Main Street, not just Main Street, at 15 Main Street in Los Angeles. Okay, fantastic. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. And even if it was a little bit difficult, you can master it. There is a logic to it, right? With the triangle, at, on, and in, as applied to time and place. So please go to the other lessons. They go more into detail to explain to you exactly, with more examples, how to use at, on, and in for time and place. All right? Thanks very much for watching. All the best with your English.